James Bartholomew Cummings, Bart, Shy, Leg Puller, Wild Eyebrows, Calm Interior, Collector of Cups. Bart Cummings, Horse Trainer. The Cummings clan come from the Mulga up in the Alice. Well, they don't actually come from there. That's just where the Protestants put the Irish Catholics in those days. Gave them some land and just a little hope. Bart's dad, Jim, he worked out there for an uncle. Worked hard.
I think they had several hundred cattle and many thousand horses on Ellery Creek when the old boy got there, and he worked there for a few years and trained. There was a mare called Myrtle, which the uncle owned, and that one, among other a few picnic meetings, they used to bet very well on the side. There was no TAB or bookmakers, but I think the Golden Sovereigns used to change hands out the back of the hotel. They used to have many picnic meetings and weekend challenges between horses and so on, and Myrtle finally become fairly recognised racehorse, won the 1908 Alice Springs Cup. I think Dad rode it when it won. Then he became a public trainer.
Jim Cummings did most things himself, like train the 1950 Melbourne Cup winner Comic Court. Oh, he did let Bart strap it. Young Bart watched his father train hard and feed hard, noting the high protein base. And on May 29, 1953, he took out his own licence. He kept listening and learning. And more than anything else, he looked.
I suppose you powers of perception, what you see, and if you register it, not many people can remember what they see. They can, what's on the wall there 5 minutes ago, no one can tell you. But if you remember what you see, particularly in movement with horses and action, and why they change their action or get their head high or not stretch out, big pile drive, as they call them, bring a lot of knee action. There's obviously reasons why they're getting away from the normal. Anything away from normal makes it harder for them to win. So if you get everything going naturally and working smoothly, you're going to succeed in getting that horse to the best of his possible performance. If he's not striking and hitting out correctly, you must find out why, if you can. And surprising if you try, what you find out. Likewise, if a horse is not eating, you'll very often find for a week he might be a poor doer. If you have a good search around, the horse is in pain somewhere, eliminate the pain, he comes back on his tucker, and you've got a racehorse all over again, where you may have thought 10 days earlier he's gone off or needs a spell or needs to be fresh. That's not so in my mind. There's a reason for it. One opposition trainer said because he used to bring the parish priest and have him blessed, that was the secret. So I said, you better change your religion and try it. I'll tell you, if you can't, it's like the boxer in the ring. It's no good blessing himself if he can't fight.
Into the straight now, as soon as out to go. Yankee the leader from Salem Bronze, challenging Midlander up on the fence. Right around is Daima, and Light Fingers has given full birth, followed by Prince Grant. And Daima went to the lead. It's Daima in front. It's Daima coming away now from Yankee. Light Fingers is there on the outside, followed by Midlander. Daima in front. Light Fingers is in play and clearing it down. Daima, Light Fingers, Daima, Daima, Light Fingers, they hit the line. A dead heat between Daima and Light Fingers.
It requires a lot of patience, not race them too much as a 2-year-old, and if they've got any leg problems, let nature take its course and don't race them too often. So I was fortunate enough to get a couple of horses that were good enough, and it happened.
But there's the champion Galilee and the red and gold silk.
And how it happened. From Light Fingers and Zaima, the Melbourne Cup Quinella of 1965, to Galilee and Light Fingers, the Cup Quinella in 1966. A guy's got to start somewhere.
I called him Charlie Chaplin. He used to turn in very noticeably in the near front. Actually, both fronts he used to turn in, and because of the the strain on the ligaments on the outside of the leg. They eventually developed twice the size or thickness of a normal, true, straight striding or walking horse. The inside ligament sort of withered away, practically non-existent. But in his early days, he was always half sore after work, and mainly because of, I suppose, the soft tissue strain and pressure because of his being offset. And the further away from normal, the more problems you get naturally. But he overcame all these. He was a great moving, athletic type of horse. He had a tremendous arm, very short cannon, and these good characteristics sort of overcome the one deformity, and given time and nature to strengthen up the ligaments to counteract the deformity, allowed him to become a great champion. And I really think that at 2 mile, he was just probably as good as you see anywhere in the world.
Red Crest raced up the red-handed at the furlong bullish and starting to weaken. With the white cap getting through in the centre was Pad the Way coming hard, and there's the one with the white blaze. Watch it, Floodbird going into 4th place. At the half furlong, Red Crest in front, but now red-handed giving plenty draws to Red Crest. Taylor about to go for the whip on Red Crest, but it's red-handed's cup. Red-handed scores by a neck to Red Crest. Floodbird flashed up to be third.
Well, I couldn't be a jockey, and I wasn't educated to be anything else. I started to realise that horses seemed to come easy to me, and I concentrated a bit harder. I decided that, looking up the results, most of the Group 1 winners in the Eastern Seaboard came from New Zealand pedigrees and were bred or sold from there, and I decided to go and have a look at them.
Light Fingers had come from New Zealand, Galilee too. Now the following year, 1967, Red-Handed, from New Zealand, of course.
A great victory in the 1967 Melbourne Cup to Red-Handed. It was the third victory to trainer Bart Cummings. He won in 65 with Light Fingers, 66 with Galilee, and now 67 with Red-Handed. Roy Higgins was associated with Bart Cummings in winning the 65 Cup with Light Fingers, was second on that gallant mare last year, and successful on Red-Handed this afternoon.
As they make the turn into the straight end, look at them come from everywhere. Battle Heights is up going for the lead now. On the outside, coming out to have a crack at a Zigloo. Leilani is looking for a run between them, will need it. And here comes Captain Perry down the outside, and Turf Cutter. Turf Cutter is mowing grass. Battle Heights went to the front of the 200-metre mark from Leilani. Captain Perry on the outside then is Turf Cutter and Thing Big. Leilani is getting to Battle Heights, and on the outside, Captain Perry. Leilani just in front. Thing Big is picking it up down the outside, and Thing Big has got up to win the cup. Thing Big has won. Leilani is second. Third of the race then was Captain Perry. Fourth was Turf. In the home straight now at the 400-metre mark, it's hard to pick them up. Getting to the front down near the inside, I don't know what it is. Can't tell what it is they're drenched, but Thing Big is going to be the danger. And Thing Big up on the outside has raced up to this leader now with about 200 metres left to go, and Thing Big has got to the front from Medici. Down the outside is Holiday Wagon, but Thing Big is the leader. Holiday Wagon is coming home well, followed by Medici. Then Suleiman can't win, but Thing Big wins. In second place is Holiday Wagon, close for third.
Down on the inside, High Perno's dashed to the lead. High Perno's got a glorious run on the inside to go up and take the lead. It's clear from Major Till down the outside. Family of Man there, followed by Unaware. Golden Black is finishing very fast out deep on the track, and so is Reckless. Coming down with about 250 to go, and High Perno about to be tackled by Golden Black. Golden Black on the outside has got to the front. Reckless is coming after it. Golden Black in front, 100 to go from Reckless, joining in. Golden Black tackled by Reckless on the inside. Golden Black the outer, Reckless the rails. Golden Black just in front. Golden Black will win the cup. Golden Black has won it from Reckless. High Perno third. Fourth. As they round the turn, and Dulcifire's in behind them as they straighten up. About 500 metres left to go in the cup now, and Sarfraz is tackled by Hallberg on the outside, and Red Nose is joining him with a good run. Salamander there also, and they're followed by High Pernoa, and a gap in the field to Karua, and back behind them K Magistrate. About 250 metres left to go, and Red Nose on the outside had to move up Red Nose on the outside is tackled by Salamander with a great run. Salamander and Hyperno is joining in down the outside. Hyperno on the outside and Salamander. Salamander, Hyperno, Salamander. They hit the bunny finish. Nearly a dead heat between Hyperno and Salamander. Nearly a dead heat between the pair of them. Red Nose might have been third from Cuba.
Into the straight and Savage tossed the leader from Our Magic Man, leads by about a length and a half, and then Latristi and Novato. Kingston Rule getting up on the inside, Mr. Brooker wider out, followed by the Phantom and Flying Luskin at the 300. Savage toss in front, Our Magic Man tries to get him, and Kingston Rule's coming home very stoutly. Kingston Rule has hit the front, here's Novato and Mr. Brooker. Kingston Rule in front from the Phantom, diving up on the inside. Kingston Rule and the Phantom from Novato. It's Kingston Rule to give Barty's 8. Kingston Rule from the Phantom. Third is Mr. Brooker, then
Let's Ape on the outside. Shiva's Revenge is bullocking his way through the back and then moves. 400 metres left to go. Ivory Way in front, being joined by the stablemates Rashik and El Meheb. Down the outside, Let's Ape here superimposed, followed by Castletown. Shiva's Revenge. Let's Ape hit the front of the cup. 300 metres to run. Ivory Way battling back, then superimposed, and Shiva's Revenge late. But Let's Ape has burst away, and the Foster's Melbourne Cup belongs to the mare. Let's Ape bolts the cup in, wins by 3 lengths, and it's a Cummings Spinetta. Shiva's Revenge got second place up on the inside, Magnolia Hall. Then superimposed Just an Answer.
Reflect a moment and count 1 through to 10 slowly. Light Fingers, Galilee, Red-Handed, Think Big, not once but twice, Golden Black, Hyperno, Kingston Rule, Let's Elope, and Saintly. How easy would it be to say that 10's the perfect number, Bart Cummings the perfect trainer? And how wrong, considering the fact he is just beginning after a slow start. This complex yet simple man who is allergic to, of all things, horses.
Horses and oak dust and loosened chaff, really the culprit. The doctor said keep away from them and your troubles are over. So I decided not to take his advice.
Starter has them, the lights on, and they're racing in the cup. Oscar Schindler fairly out. Alcove one of the first to bounce towards the inside. Saintly, Arctic centre to stride quickly. Cheviot dropping back a bit. Nothing Like a Dane is prominent in the early stages. Away fast is Grey Shot on the outside. Court of Honour running up towards the leaders. Setico over on the outside, and dropping back a bit is Super Slew in the early stages, with Fewer Chosen pressing on towards the front runners. At the 2800, it's Grey Shot going to the lead here over Court of Honour. Nothing Like a Dane right on the speed. Third on the rail from Alcove. Wider out Fewer Chosen and Setico. They're followed further back by Super Slew on the outside of Istadard. My Kiwi Gold between horses on the rail is Saintly. Further back in the field then, My Kiwi Gold got a slight check off heel. Circles of Gold on his inside from Couchivus. Then came the Phantom Chance outside the Bandit, a length and a half to Senator, followed by Oscar Schindler on the outside of him. Pace is good at the post, a lap to go. Skybow outside Arctic Scent, then came Doremus and Sapio. Boart second to last, and Cheviot is last of all. The Melbourne Cup field heads out of the straight now to the Riverside, and Grey Shot is the leader. It's Grey Shot a length and a half. Fewer Chosen. Nothing Like a Dane is on the rail third. Court of Honour is fourth. Around it Super Slew. Then follows Setico. Saintly over on the inside having a nice run, followed by Alcove and then Istadard the outside. A half a length away to Couchivus on the inside, and then Circles of Gold. 2 lengths My Kiwi Gold, the Bandit. 1 further back the Phantom Chance. 1.5 Senator. He's followed by Oscar Schindler. 3 lengths further back is Skybow. Arctic Scent. Sapio over on the inside, spotting them along start. Doremus around him, and then came Cheviot, and Boart is last of all. Heading towards the 1600, the halfway. Grey Shot by a length here, Fewer Chosen. Nothing Like a Dane third, a length and a half Super Slew. Saintly on the inside having a beautiful run. Court of Honour next, followed by Couchivus, Alcove. Then Setico, Istadard out wide. The Bandit, the rail, Circles of Gold, the centre. 1-2 Senator, and then the Phantom Chance and My Kiwi Gold. 2 lengths to Oscar Schindler, who races over on the outside of Arctic Centre, and then Skybow and Sapio. Doremus third last. Behind him is Cheviot, and Boart, the West Australian mare, whipped the field in at the 1200. 1200. The pace is starting to quicken a bit more now. Grey Shot by a length, Fewer Chosen. 2 lengths further back is Nothing Like a Dane, who's had a lovely run. Outside him, Super Slew. 2.5 further back in the field. Court of Honour on the outside of Saintly. Setico next, and then Alcove, followed by Count Chivas, and then trails Estadard, who's race wide. Back on the inside, then the Bandit between runners, Circles of Gold. My Kiwi Gold starting a run around the outside from the Phantom Chance, and then Oscar Schindler, spotting them a fair start, coming to the home turn from Senator. Doremus back behind Oscar Schindler, and then Arctic Sand as they came up towards the home turn. Sapio well back, followed by Cheviot and Boart. At the turn in the Cup now, and it's Grey Shot first for home. From coming after it, Nothing Like a Dane now. Fewer Chosen wider out from Super Slew. Saintly to the outside, and then came Count Chivas, and further back in the field is Setico. Oscar Schindler out very wide. Nothing Like a Dane and Saintly at the 300. They reached the lead together from Count Chivas, and then came Grey Shot and Skybo well back. It's Saintly at the 200. Saintly dashing 2 lengths in front. Cummings and Beedman. Cummings going for 10, and he's got it. Saintly well clear of Count